class today. Gonna need just mat space, couple lights, couple mediums, maybe a heavy if you have it. And we'll go ahead and get warmed up. All right, starting out with feet hip width apart, seated or standing. You're just gonna bring your arms around side to side, loosening up a little bit, checking in with your back, your hips, your shoulders. Just kind of see where everything is today. If everything's feeling okay and you want to go a little further, a little faster, start lifting your heels. Maybe let your arms swing out a little more. Beautiful. 2 more to each side. Perfect. Moving straight into our high knee march. Looking good. I love it. About 5 more seconds here. Perfect. All right, moving from here into our toe touches, but we're going to bring our arms up and then come down. Arms up and then down. Just stretching a little bit through your legs. Nice big bend in your knees to start with. And then if it's feeling okay, you can work on maybe straightening those a little bit. Or you can keep that nice big bend the whole time. One more here. And then instead of doing one arm up, we're going to do out and to the side. Just do one leg out and to the side, pointing the toes. Nice, keep going. Switch to the other side. Perfect. 2 more. All right, and then finish off with another quick high knee march. Just keeping the blood moving here. I love it. And stop. Beautiful. Go ahead and do a quick rotation of the wrists in each direction. Loosen up those fingers. And then grab your weights because we are starting off with a split stance deadlift. So we're going to do left foot and back to start. And then at 30 seconds, I'll tell you to switch feet. You just pop the other foot back. 1 minute on the clock. Here we go. Nice flat back. Hinge at your hips. Nice big bend in your knees. Beautiful. Switching in 3, 2, 1. Switch your feet. Put the other one behind you. Beautiful. If you're doing the seated variation of this, you just keep your feet flat. I'll demonstrate the seated version on the next round. Five seconds to go here. And time. Nice. All right. Setting those weights down, maybe grabbing your lighter weights if you were doing a little heavier for the deadlift. We're going to do a combination shoulder rotation and hip rotation. So starting with your hands in front, you're going to take one leg. I'm going to start with my left and step it out. And at the same time, rotating your shoulders out. At the halfway mark, We'll switch sides. 1 minute. Here we go. So shoulders are coming out, hip is coming out. And I'm kind of lifting up and over, imagining that I'm like stepping over a rock or something. Beautiful. Just tapping that toe down, switching sides in now. Switch sides. You may be wondering how far you should rotate out. It doesn't matter. I don't care. As long as you're moving, you're working those muscles. So go as far as feels right for you. And time. All right, up next, we're gonna go in for our halos. So grab the weight that's right for you. Maybe move it up to that medium weight again. We're gonna do 30 seconds in each direction. We're gonna do it with a bicep curl. So curl it up, bring it around, curl it back down. Go the other way. Perfect. Keep your belly tight on this one. Practice tucking your tail just a little bit. Keeping that nice neutral spine. You got this. Keep going. Halfway done. And again, I'm going to be demonstrating the seated version on the next round. So if you're watching on YouTube and you want to do the seated version, I'll put the time marker in the comments. You can just go ahead and switch right on over to the seated round. 5 seconds to go here. Time. Beautiful. All right, next up, we're gonna have bent over rows. Now, usually when we do bent over rows, we either do both hands or we alternate. Sometimes we do 30 seconds on each side. We're gonna do that today, but the hand that's not going is gonna stay in chamber the whole time. So for 30 seconds, you're gonna be doing one side, and then we'll switch to do the other side, holding that weight up as tight as you can in your armpit the whole time. Here we go. Nice flat back here. It is called a bent over row. So a lot of people wonder how far you should bend. Again, I don't care. It doesn't matter. You just bend as far as works for you and your body. Any angle that you bring to it changes the muscle use a little bit. Switching in 3, 2, 1, so that instead of doing an upright row, you're doing the bent over row. Nice and steady here. 15 more seconds on your second arm. Woo, try to keep that elbow tucked into your side. Both of those elbows, actually. And time, perfect. Set those weights down for just a second. Roll through your arms. Woo. And then this is where you might want to switch to a heavier weight or stick with your mediums, whatever you have. We're going to do a pass around. So you're literally just handing it off front and back, bringing it around your body. And then we'll switch directions at the 30-second mark. Here we go. Standing up nice and tall for this one. Trying to keep your core solid, not moving. Beautiful. You might wiggle a little bit, but the goal is to stay as steady as you can. Switch directions in 3, 2, 1, switch. Looking good. You got it. You guys look amazing. Almost there. And time. All right, for our last exercise for this set, we're gonna do upward flies. You might wanna grab your lighter weights for these. Holding your arms out to the sides, keeping your elbows slightly bent. You bring them up in a V and then right back down. Don't let them rest all the way down. Keep those elbows out, keep those arms engaged. Here we go. We're gonna do the fly. And then as it comes down, while we're holding the weights out, add a little calf raise. Beautiful, you got it. Bringing the arms up in that V, an upside down V, and then the calf raise. "20 seconds to go. Keeping those arms out away from your sides, not letting the muscles relax. Makes a great chest and upper arm workout. Whew. Feeling the burn. And time. Nice job. Set those weights down. Shake your arms out. Go grab some water. That is 1 set down, 2 sets still to go. All right, bring it back in. We're gonna do our second round. Grab your weights for your deadlifts. I will be demonstrating all of the exercises for the seated version this round. So get ready. If you're still standing, you know how to do the split stance. Let's go. Seated, scooching all the way to the edge of your seat, and you're just feet flat, bringing it forward, and then lifting it back up. Make sure you're pushing into your feet to press your way back up, seated or standing. Helps keep your lower body engaged. Deadlifts are a great leg exercise as long as you're pushing into your heels. Halfway there, switch sides. You got this. 10 more seconds on this side. And time. Beautiful. From here, getting ready for the shoulder plus the hip rotation. So lighter weights if you need them. 1 minute on the clock. Here we go. For the seated version, you're doing exactly the same. You're just stepping one leg out. Little up and over like you're making a little mini rainbow with your foot. Beautiful, you got it. Switching in 3, 2, 1, switch sides. Got that nice hip opener, plus working on those small muscles around the shoulder. Looking good. And time. All right, moving into your bent over rows. Holding one side up the whole 30 seconds and then switching to the other side. 1 minute on the clock. Here we go. Try to keep your elbows in nice and tight by your body. And the focus here is on your back. So you're squeezing those shoulder blades in. Looking good. Head, neck, and back in a straight line. Beautiful, good form. Switching sides. Now, pull that other side up to your armpit. Woo. Here we go. Keep breathing. You got this. 10 seconds to go. Time. All right. Roll through those arms for just a minute. Loosen up your shoulders. And then we got to do those halos. So grab your weight. Bring it right to the center of your chest. And here we go. Curl it down, up and around. And then go the other way. Perfect. Check in with your breathing. Should still be smooth and steady. Squeeze that belly in. Trying to keep your upper body nice and still. Let your arms do the work here. Beautiful. 15 seconds to go. You got it. And time. Nice. All right, from here, moving into the pass around. So keep that one weight. If you're doing the standing version, again, you're just handing it around. The seated version, you can't really do that. So you're just gonna pass it from side to side. So 1 minute on the clock. Here we go. Passing it from side to side, trying to keep your body nice and steady. Making your upper body do the work. Squeezing your core in. Nice job. Switch directions. Now, if you're seated, you're still doing the same thing, up and over. Fantastic. 5 seconds to go. Time. Beautiful. All right, last one is those upward flies. Now, when you're adding the calf raise, in the standing version, of course, you do your regular calf raise. In the seated version, you just pull your heels up, pressing into the ball of your feet. 1 minute. Here we go. Beautiful. Nice little bend in the elbows. Whew, we did those flies last week. I can feel this one working those same muscles through the chest. Halfway done. There's all kinds of variations of flies. They're a great chest and back exercise. We'll probably do a different version of them on Thursday too. So you guys should totally come for that. 5 seconds on the clock. And time. Excellent work. Put those down. Grab some water. We have 1 set left to go. All right, bringing it back in. 1 minute on the clock, grabbing the dumbbells for that split stance deadlift. Might want to go a little heavy on this one, or you might not, with it being your last round. Assess where you are and choose accordingly. 1 minute, here we go. You guys look fantastic. Love that nice flat back. Switching sides now. In case you struggle with how to get that nice flat back, the secret is actually in your hips. When I say hinge at your hips, I really mean for you to just push your butt back. Don't even worry about it. Just stick it out behind you. That'll help you keep that flat back. Keep your good form the whole time. And time. Beautiful. All right, from here, going into the shoulder and hip rotation. Grabbing those lighter weights, whatever's going to work for you. And here we go. Nice. Now, if you want to add a little difficulty to this one for the last 5 seconds, try to do it without touching your toe down every time. Adds a little balance work at the same time. And switch sides. If that extra work felt good for you, you can add it in anytime here. Keeping that knee up the whole time. Trying to just draw it in and out. And you can, of course, set it down anytime you need to reset. And time. Beautiful. Going from here into our bent over rows. So get the weight that's right for you. 1 minute. Here we go. Focus on that squeeze between the shoulder blades. You guys look fantastic. All right, switching arms in 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. Beautiful. Nice and steady. Going down at the same pace it goes up. Make the muscles do the work. Still breathing. Still moving. 5 seconds to go. You got it. And time. All right, set one of those weights down. And we're going to go into our halos. Whew. 1 minute. Here we go. Curling it up, bringing it around, tucking that tummy in nice and tight. Trying to keep the elbows in close to the head. Beautiful. Now you guys know I love halos. But if this is starting to get easy for you, if you're feeling like, man, this exercise used to be super challenging, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Congratulations, you're not doing anything wrong. It means you're stronger than you used to be. It's a great time to consider going up in weight and give yourself a big pat on the back. 15 seconds to go. You got it. And time. All right, keeping that same weight or switch into a lighter one, up to you. Doing our pass around. 1 minute. Here we go. Now this is one where if you have a super strong core and you really want to work a little extra, you can go up in weight a lot here, but only if it feels like it's getting easy. Switching directions now. Looking good. I think the wind is blowing my camera angle. Hopefully you guys can still see me really well. Almost there. And time. All right. Last exercise. Assess here. Stay light. Go a little heavier with your mediums. Up to you. Those upward flies, they can be tough. So grab the weight that's right for you. 1 minute. Here we go. Remember, you can always change your weight part way through. So if you want to add a little extra challenge, and then at the 30-second mark, you're like, oh my God, what was I thinking? Go ahead and put those weights down. It is okay. Halfway done. You guys are amazing. All right, 15 more seconds. Still breathing, still moving. You got it. And time. Woo, we did it. All right. Set those weights down. Go grab some water. All we have left is our final stretch. All right, bringing it back in. Take a moment, take a nice deep breath, bring everything in, squeeze your shoulders up to your ears, and then let it all out with a nice big sigh. Let everything relax down. Do it again. Big breath in, shoulders come up. Big sigh out, nice and loud. And one more. Hugging them up and sigh it out. Perfect. Bring those arms up overhead. From here, do a nice gentle fold forward. Nice big bend in your knees. Just hang for a moment. And then coming part way up, let your arms swing in small circles in one direction. And then small circles go in the other direction. Just massaging out the shoulder joint. And then from here, big bend in the knees, roll all the way up. Roll those shoulders down and back. Take one arm, bring it across your body. And then just do a small nod up and down if that feels good for you. One more moment here. Bring your head to stillness and then release your arm. Switch sides. And again, if it feels good, that nice small nod, just a little motion. Little nod to yourself. Yes, I did do a great job today. Go me. Beautiful. Bring your head to stillness. Release your arm. Arms up overhead one more time. Coming all the way back down as far as you can go. And then just bring your hands around to one side. Pausing here for a moment. Stretching through your side body. You might feel it some in your hip and your low back. Might be through your legs as well. And then walking your hands through to the other side. Again, nice gentle stretch. Seated or standing. Bringing yourself around to one side helps stretch through that side body. Back to center. Big bend in the knees, roll all the way up. And then from here, putting one foot out in front, rocking back on the heel, stretching through the calf. Maybe lean forward if that feels good for you to add a little hamstring stretch. And if that side body stretch that we just did felt good and you want a little bit more of that, take the opposite hand and bring it down to the outside edge of that foot. I like to sink back into my back hip here just a little bit. Really helps stretch out my side body and through my hip. One more moment here. And release. Come up nice and slow. Push that back hip forward to stretch through the front hip pocket. And switch sides. All right. Rocking back on that heel, bringing the toes up. If it feels good, add that forward fold. Pausing here for just a moment. And then if it feels good for you, taking the opposite hand to the outside edge of that foot. One more breath here. And release. Coming up nice and slow. And then pushing that back hip forward to stretch through the front of that hip. Sink down just a little further into it. And release. Beautiful. Fantastic job today. I will see you guys on Thursday.